Welcome, 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 everybody. It is a great day, a beautiful day, to have ourselves a wonderful podcast. Welcome to Cracking a Cold One. It's your fearless host, Joxy and Degs. What's up, my guy? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
I
Good.
got a fresh cut too.
Yeah, got blessed yesterday. I was looking homeless, so yep, got a cut and saw some of the family. I saw Anthony yesterday.
Nice, nice. How's he doing?
He's doing good, man. Yeah, it was his birthday this past week, and
Old man, happy birthday, Anthony.
yep, got a meal and a drink. So, and then yeah, today is gorgeous out, which I'm loving. Please stay.
We debated on having this episode outside, but I was like, you know what? We'll have plenty of time to do that. so.
Yeah, but yeah, man, great day. How about you? How was your weekend?
Weekend's been good. Been busy. I had myself a little brand shoot yesterday. Shout out to Nikki Shaw. That is my my homie. She amazing photographer, and she has her own studio in
They were
Wilmington
looking
now.
good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, got to do my brand shoot yesterday. We got to hang out with Ronnie and Tot yesterday, so that was fun. So yeah, and we're beautiful day. We went to church this morning. I trying to get myself back together after us losing an hour of sleep, but
I know.
you know what? I'll take an hour later, sunlight throughout the day.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, that wasn't on my bingo card this
No,
morning.
daylight savings time sucks. I
Yeah.
think we need to just do away with it.
Annihilate it.
Yeah, just get rid of it. All right, but we are back, guys. We wanted to obviously have this episode because we promised once free agency started, or once we were approaching free agency, that we wanted to dive into the free agency for NFL, which is happening on March 11th. So we have just a couple more days until things start shaking up in the league. There's a lot of free agents out there. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some free agent predictions and some overviews of position by position. We're going to go over some wish lists for both of our teams, for the Eagles and Titans. And then we're going to wrap it up with the Sixers, but it's not going to be the normal wrap up with the Sixers. But we will wrap it up with the Sixers, and then, yeah, we'll see you guys again for another episode. But without further ado,
Let's do it.
cheers, buddy.
Surfside. Know the
Good
drill.
old faithful.
Know the drill.
All right, guys. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and dive into this episode. So, with the NFL, lots of shakeups already happened. I guess we can kind of talk about what. Let's go down to the key moves that I guess that have already happened so far.
Yeah, it's already been hot.
Yeah. Yesterday. Well, was it 2 nights ago or was it yesterday? 2 nights ago.
Yeah, in the night we found out
Yeah.
yesterday morning.
A couple nights ago, Max Crosby to the Ravens for a 14th for the first round pick, which is the 14th pick in the first round of the 2026 draft, and they have a 2027 first round pick as well. So the Raiders got themselves a nice little haul there.
They have a number of picks now in this draft.
Yeah, and with the first round, they have themselves built up to go ahead and get some key players. Obviously, that we everybody knows that they're going to go after Fernando with that number 1 pick. But now with that number 14, you can either go after a receiver or you can either bolster up that offensive line and try to go after a tackle or a guard. What are your thoughts on that on the move for the Ravens?
For the Ravens, that's huge. I mean, that defense is nasty. It was nasty already, and now they have a premier pass rusher to the quarterback. I mean, it's part of what the missing ingredient has been on that defensive side here. So, barring health, that's going to be a top 5 defense next year. I think it's a great scheme fit for Crosby here.
Sure.
And with a new head coach coming up here, you got to lock and load here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first of a few moves that the Ravens kind of do to try to get back in the AFC picture here.
Yeah, I mean they re-signed Snoop.
Yep. Backup court, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I mean it's a good signing. I think
He knows the system.
But is the system changing now? The system was,
I guess that's true.
with Harbaugh, it was the same system, but
guess that's
it's
true.
a new system now. So I think
Interesting.
they could have probably went after a better backup But I mean, mind you, you're hoping that Lamar doesn't have a season like he did this past season, and he's at least healthy for the full.
I agree. I guess they have similar play types, so
Sure.
at least maybe it's a matter of we don't have to change the offense in
Right.
a way if Tyler does have to come in
Right.
for a game or two.
Right. I mean, it does seem like that. What's his name? Who's their head coach? Not Jesse Minter.
Yeah, it is meant to.
Is it Minter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse Minter. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like saying in my head, and I'm like, why does that not sound right?
No, yeah.
And it's just going to be something new that we got to get used to. Jesse Minter as the head coach of the Ravens.
Yeah.
It seems like he's being aggressive though. I mean, he wants them to go after these guys, and Max Crosby to the Ravens is huge. That defense. I feel sorry for Joe Burrow.
It just when it rains and pours on for
Yeah.
him, man. I'll tell you what. Well, watch Hendrickson end up in the division too now.
Oh gosh.
Watch him, right? End up being like, who knows? Cleveland Browns throw him a shit ton of money to go along Myles Garrett or something like that. Like,
And then he's like, payback, bitches.
yeah, I'm coming.
That's hilarious. All right, so another one was Danielle Hunter. Danielle Hunter with a nice little payday.
Yeah, he did get it's a 1-year deal, but it's a beautiful.
He got a
1-year
nice
deal.
little extension.
Yeah.
Let's see. Danielle Hunter. I forgot what the actual
Is it
contract.
Is it a?
I think it was like a 40-year.
Yeah, I think it was 1-year 40.
Yeah, $40 million. It's insane.
Fully guaranteed.
Yeah, that's amazing. That defense once again is
Yeah.
just going to continue to, keep themselves at the top of the list of best defenses in the league.
That tandem out there is one of the best in the league. I think you had to keep it together. So great payday for Hunter. And,
sure.
And I think the Texans are doing the right thing.
I'm curious what happens now next year, because it's like, all right, you gave him 40 now. What are you going to do next year? Got to give him 50.
Maybe they try to draft an edge here to replace him next year.
Ooh, that's a big.
I
big gap to fill, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I mean,
and
this
I
is the
think like
bridge.
you're gonna have to, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to trade, or not even trade. You're gonna have to. You're essentially saying that this season is not going to be a great season because you want to be in the top
yeah,
10
yeah,
to go ahead and try to get an edge.
Yeah.
If you're not going to re-sign
I'd
him.
think so, unless you said, move up or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, who do they have to move up? I don't think they have anybody, and I obviously they can't. They're not going to trade him mid-season in order. I mean, unless they do that, unless they are.
Could be
But
one
at
of
the same time, that's fully guaranteed money. Nobody's going to take that.
contender maybe would.
True, it is Danielle Hunter, so I don't think. And if
The season's a wash. That's
I
gonna
don't really know when it comes down to the whole specifics with contracts, but if the team's nope, we'll take it on, and then the other team that's acquiring him are like, all right, cool. So if the Texans are like, yeah, we'll take on his contract, and you guys just take him.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's how. Yeah, that's the name of the game there.
Interesting. Lots to wonder there with
They
just
could have
a
set
1
themselves
year.
up on either side there. Either if we have a run again, then we have our guy, and if not, then we'll flip them and
Yeah,
get some capital.
lots of
Mm-hmm.
in that one. But hey, it's good job to him. This next one was, I think, a lot of people are making it seem like it's not that big of a pickup, but Trent McDuffie to the Rams. Trent McDuffie to the Rams for first round pick for what was it? Well, I'm sorry.
They got the 29th pick.
Yeah.
The first round pick this year. They got a 5th. They got a 6th. All this year's draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a 3rd pick in the 2027 draft. So they got a 1st, a 3rd, a 5th, and a 6th for McDuffie. Now, I liked it for both teams because the Rams don't draft players.
Nope, not in the first
And
round.
they
ever.
haven't had to. So why not just bolster up one of the weaker parts of your team? And they just signed Curl back. So they're doing good moves there. And then if you're the Chiefs, I mean, how many guys have they drafted beyond the first, second round that become good cornerbacks in this league here?
Well,
Now-
they haven't given anybody a second, they haven't given a cornerback a second contract outside of Eric Berry.
Because
Snead
this
was-
is what they do.
Yeah.
They just they play the rookie contracts. They develop these guys, and look, they just traded him for a haul here, which you got to love for the Chiefs, especially because we don't know how they're going to be next year. We don't know how many games Mahomes is going to miss. So
Yeah.
I like this move from their perspective. And then with the Rams, you're like, all right, we're a few guys away from maybe getting to the chip. What's your thoughts?
Rams, I think that they made themselves even stronger on the defense. Trent McDuffie is young, 25 years old, one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that this is one, especially with their secondary being the weakest point of their defense last year.
Mm-hmm.
This helps them out where they at least have one side figured out. You can go ahead and figure out the other side with like a veteran. Like, who knows? Adoree Jackson might go ahead and end up over that side
Something like
'cause he's
that,
not-
right, exactly.
He's a free agent now too.
Yeah.
So like, things like that where they can go ahead and throw in another filler to the other side. So that is I think it's good for the Rams. To your point with the with the Chiefs, I mean, yeah, they continue to stack up on draft picks, and I'm curious to see what they do with it. The 29th pick, it's always like probably like some nobody that we're not too familiar with. It's always going to be like those later picks that we're not too familiar with. But I'm just curious if they just go strictly offensive line to protect Mahomes, because you can't lose Mahomes. That's the one guy that you need to go ahead and protect. So
I agree, and I guess they have their own pick as well. So who knows? Maybe they try to slide back up.
Actually, another thing I was thinking about too is that they could use that 29th pick if there's like a tight end that's out there. There's a few. Oh my gosh, like everybody talks about like Kenyon Sadiq.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other guy's like Stowe. He's from Vanderbilt.
Yes. I think he played with what's that dude's name? That quarterback. Got him blanking.
Oh Lord, we suck when it comes
Yeah.
to this sometimes. Let me look this up. So, rookie tight end. All right, so rookie tight end draft prospects that we have, obviously. Okay, Stowers, that's what it is. Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt. That's another one that a lot of people were talking about, because he's actually with not his 40, but his whole combine essentially was just as good as Kenyon Sadiq's.
Okay.
Obviously, Kenyon Sadiq went ahead and blew everybody out of the water with that 40.
Yep.
So Eli Stowers is another one that a lot of people are eyeing up. And then they got, Max Clare over from Ohio State that's coming out of there. So there are some, I think that's what they need to go ahead and focus on, is to get another tight end, because you need to have
That next guy.
that next guy outside of, Travis Hunter. I said Travis Hunter.
Travis Kelce.
Oh my gosh. I'm clearly tired. All right. Next one that we have here on the list, Chargers go ahead and bolster up that line with Tyler Piazza.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
It really is. He was
It's smart.
one of the best centers on the market. Next him, McGovern, and then Linderbaum's the last one out there who is the best, I think. But good sign for them. They have Joe Alt. They got Slater, him in the middle. I like
Yeah.
what they're doing over there.
Yeah. That like I mentioned, it's smart. They need to protect your quarterback, protect Herbert. And then they obviously let go of Mackay, so having to get that line back together. I think that was like a disappointing signing on there, and like last year that he didn't really
He didn't fit.
pan out to
Yeah,
what they wanted him to be.
He didn't fit.
No.
No.
All right, next one we got on the list is the Bills went ahead and got themselves another little weapon there, DJ Moore.
It's a good move for them.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. People were saying it's not that great of a move. I'm not mad at it. It's a great move. DJ Moore gets to be that number one. In Chicago, it was kind of like 1A, 1B.
With him and the Dunes.
Yeah. So
And with Birding coming up here, it's lovely. And it was a little crowded over there. I think it made sense for both
it
sides
does.
there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It does suck for him though, because the Bills went ahead and signed him, and then an hour later they freaking cut Curtis Samuel. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
These guys were about to be together again, just like they were
Yeah,
at Carolina.
true.
Which
I didn't even think about
honestly, they should have kept him. Like, I don't know. I guess they're gonna just go in with Khalil Shakir as
Him, Kincaid. Maybe they sign someone else, and
That's yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, the Bills are another team where they don't really like make any big signings with receivers.
But this is the
So
best receiver they've had since Diggs, when you really think about it. So
I thought that they were going to go after Mike Evans personally.
DJ's younger. I think you want to try to get someone that can build rapport with Allen over these next so many years. I mean, there's better guys out there, but I think this was a necessary move
Yeah.
for them. And then a second round pick for the Bears. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do a lot with that.
Also shows why how he's not dealing
Right.
AJ.
Right.
If you got a second round pick for DJ Moore, then you're giving me a first round pick for AJ.
Yeah.
And if you don't want AJ that bad, then guess what?
I'm just gonna hold on to him.
Shoe fly.
Yeah.
I'm almost like at that point where I'm ready for that whole thing.
To
We'll
be
talk
just
about that, but I'm ready for that whole thing to.
Be done with.
It's either deal him or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's either one or the other. I'm just
Stop
about sick and
playing
tired
with
of all the extra nonsense. So, all right. Got two more here on the list. So we got David Montgomery to the Texans for a 4th round pick and 7th round pick to the Lions. I love the David Montgomery move for the Texans.
I do too. They obviously released Joe Mixon. He's not going to be on the team next year. Woody Marks showed us
I don't
something.
understand what happened with Joe Mixon. Like,
He'd had some sort of lower body injury that just derailed his season, and he might be cooked. He didn't even play last year at all,
which is crazy.
because he looked phenomenal the year before. I don't know if you remember, but like he had maybe his best season of his career his first year with the Texans.
Oh no, with the Texans. You're
Yeah,
talking about.
with the Texans,
Yeah.
and
But I even know that year before he left, with Cincy, he even had a great year. So
yeah,
it's like,
no, he was one of the best running backs in the league.
yeah.
So it's surprising, but this is a good move for them. They get that bruiser back kind of in there
Yeah.
with Woody Marks, who's a fresh set of legs. The Texans, their offense lacked run production for a lot of the season.
I think that they expected a lot more out of Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I think so. And he might be another salary casualty that might come here soon with this move. For the Lions, I mean, he didn't really get much for it. It just was kind of their way of saying, we're just going to get what we can for him, and
Part of your ways.
we know that Gibbs is our guy now
Yep.
from here on out. So can't hate the departure on their end, but like it's a modest return.
And then the last one that we have here on the list, a couple of players were franchise tagged this week.
Yeah.
So Kyle Pitts, Pickens, Daniel Jones,
Brees Hall.
and then Brees Hall. I was like, who's Hall?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh shit. I mean, Daniel Jones, the shocking one. I'm surprised that they didn't just go ahead and give him a contract. Pitts was one also where I expected them to kind of just part their ways and figure out a new.
I was a little surprised too.
Yeah, I'm like, just go ahead and get like a new tight end. I don't think you guys really want Pitts down there.
It's interesting. I mean, I think Atlanta, I have a feeling they're going to be trying to go all in here. And they might have franchised Pitts. They just released Darnell Mooney for some cap. I'm wondering if they're going to try to make a splash either in the draft or in free agency, because they're going to roll with Penix. I mean, that's going to be their guy next year when they come back here. I think this franchise and Pitts is just trying to avoid the inevitable, because they're not going to be. I mean, Pitts has been an underperformer, but they're at the same time, what are the odds you can find someone that's going to be a threat as well?
Well, I think that they could have been. They would have, I think, been able to get somebody
Serviceable.
either another player, or they could have. I think honestly, they would have gotten like some good draft picks out of it, like four picks. There's some teams. Philly was one of the teams that I heard that was rumored to try to go after Pitts if Dallas Goedert wasn't going to resign.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one where it's like, you could have got a nice little haul of draft picks for him. And so we'll see. I mean, I'm curious how that team out with Atlanta, how they look next year. Pickens was one that I'm just like, dude, Dallas. I mean, this is where they're I feel like it's going to be like a face off now. I don't know if he's going to want to play on a franchise tag.
It's going to be with the intention of being able to get a deal done, like before that deadline, the season happens or whatever that is.
Well, so I think it's week 10, and then if he holds out for the rest of the season, then he just forfeits his contract essentially.
Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised they did that because they don't have the money really to pay him.
No,
you know what I mean.
So we talked about this too a few weeks ago about their cap. I'm actually going to pull it back up.
I'm not surprised there. Breece Hall, I'm not surprised, but I think it was probably not the right move. They don't have a team that's ready.
I didn't understand that. That's another one where it's like
should just let him go and take the money.
Just trade him.
Yeah.
Just trade him and get something for him. Yeah, they're right now. Dallas is $1 million under their cap because they were able to go ahead and obviously restructure some deals. And then Philly, we got up there. We were only $4 million over. Now we're $13 million over. So we got some money now to play with. Under the cap. I'm sorry, under the cap. There. Yeah. Freaking Las Vegas, Jesus. They need to do something. Look at that.
They'll probably make some splashes.
Las Vegas has $120 million of cap money.
If they do it right, they could really change the dynamic of their team. I'm not saying they're going to be a contender or anything like that, but they can play competitive football again.
Yeah. I like Tennessee too up here with $90 million in cap space. I like that.
I feel good about it.
What I don't understand, how is it the Rams, $35 million of cap space? What the hell? I think we're just letting them just get away with highway robbery right now. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but
that GM's
I guess it's the same thing though people were talking about with Howie, so
he's a maestro as well.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. The free agents.
Let's get into it. Yeah. So we're going to go into some of this overview of these players and do our predictions and whatnot. So let's start off with some quarterbacks that we have here. So Malik Willis. I'm actually on the same page with you on this one. I was thinking the same exact team.
Yeah, we got him going to Miami. We think it makes. I think the Tua project's done. They're going to need someone that is going to be able to take the reins. And
now this is the thing. Is if they, let me see, with Tua, they have to essentially they can't cut him to a certain point because they're going to take a dead cap hit. Let's see, where is it at? $99 million.
Jesus. All right, so
I think it's before the June 1. I think it's June 1. I just heard this yesterday about that they can't cut him yet because of the fact of that money.
And it's like he has no trade value. Like who would take him?
No.
I can't find a single team that would do that.
The only team that I think that would take him, but it's funny because they would just be replacing him with the same player almost. It's just a head case. One has had problems. The other one was just short and looked like is Arizona.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Like he goes to Arizona, but it's the same exact player you just had.
They're basically like, all right, we need to bring back Brissett just in case.
Well, Brissett is supposedly staying there, and
I didn't think he did half bad.
And they're, I think, gonna try to go after Ty Johnson. Is it Ty Johnson, the quarterback from Alabama?
Oh yeah, Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson.
Which I wouldn't
have
hate.
Ty learn or essentially study under Jacoby.
They have, what's funny is their squad isn't that bad. I mean, Michael Wilson came on at the end.
Oh, they have LaFleur now.
Yeah, they got LaFleur. They got McBride. They got Harrison.
I like this.
James Conner's coming back.
James Conner's a little old. I'm sorry. I mean, I get it. He has always a freaking
Trey Benson.
James Conner is one where it's like week 1 to 8,
He is kind of like a China doll.
he's like flying off the rails, stats galore. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, this guy is one of the best running backs or the best running back in the league. And then out of nowhere, gets hurt, out for the rest of the season. And it's just like, okay.
Thanks, Bow. Yeah, he's made of glass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But no, Malik Willis to Miami. I like the move. Malik, I think, is from what we were able to see, when he was able to start in Green Bay. I think, and they're essentially having like the whole Green Bay, prodigies coming over to, Miami now. So I like it. Hey, go ahead and enjoy the tax-free state, buddy.
Right. Go get your bag and have it all.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, yeah, so we were just talking about him. There's a little jackrabbit out there, and I think Minnesota could be a destination for him. I think they don't love the McCarthy situation. I think that they realized the error they made, and they're going to want to try to get a veteran type of guy like that is capable. And if there's someone that can maximize Kyler, it's probably KOC.
Yeah. Kyler is one that I'm... So I like the Minnesota pick, right? And that was the team that I was thinking about. What are the thoughts, or what are your odds, like of him saying, you know what? No, I want to. It could be like one of those years where he's like, I'm not gonna play for any of these other teams because like Minnesota. I mean, they're the best landing spot, but they haven't been smart when it comes to like quarterback contracts the past few years. They let Daniel Jones go,
Darnold.
Or not Daniel Jones. They let Darnold go. Yeah, they did actually have Daniel Jones in the building, and they let him go. They let him go too.
Both go. Yeah.
So what I'm saying, this is going to sound crazy, is if Kyler says there's not an opening right now, I'm going to wait. San Fran needs a backup. Let me study under Shanahan. And then on a 1-year deal, let me go to San Fran on a 1-year deal, back up Brock.
See, I think his ego's too big.
But that's where I'm saying his ego could be too big, where he's like, I don't want to play
I
for
don't
any of these
hate
teams.
that.
Like, it could be something where he ends up taking that move where he wants to study under Shanahan, take that year, and then the next year where there's some of these other teams that are now like, you know what, like.
Let me ask you this. I just thought of something.
Yeah.
What if Kansas City signed him and had him start the year?
Oh, shit. That's actually a really good. Because, Pat's not going to be in there for the first.
Sign him to a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Let him play his ass off, earn a contract somewhere else.
Yeah. I
and
like that.
You don't have to rush back Mahomes.
I like that. And they play similar, just Mahomes is.
Yeah, he's just better.
Mahomes is better, taller, yeah.
Certainly taller.
I always go for height because he's so short.
Wake.
But I do like the Minnesota. Like, listen, okay. Let's say going back to Minnesota. Let's say they do get their ish together and they're like, yes, we want Kyler. We'll give him the money. I like that move. He goes to Minnesota. He's the starter. I'm sorry, they're what's his name is not
McCarthy.
McCarthy is not a starter.
No.
He and then I think on this part, this is where Minnesota needs to go ahead and like. I think they think that McCarthy's a starter, and they're bullish on the fact that they're like, no, we drafted him. He's going to be our guy.
Mm-hmm.
We believe it's like that type of mentality, right? So if they're actually willing to like sign Kyler and have him be the starter, I think that would be better for KOC. You get to save your job because of the fact that I hate to say that he would be on the hot seat, but if McCarthy's shitting the bed again next year,
that was your pick.
You're gonna be out more than likely at the end of the season. I don't see them ever firing him in the middle of the season, but
right.
So that's where it's like, do what's best for your job and for the team as well. Get Kyler, Justin Jefferson gets to be happy as well. Like you get a really I would say, a really good quarterback back there.
You do.
So,
Yep.
and they don't have too bad. I mean, I don't know how their line is. Whether
They just had Ryan Kelly retire, which is a big loss. Their line's so-so. It's not the worst. Not the best.
yeah. Geno Smith, another run at it.
Yeah,
Another run at it.
I think he's going to go somewhere with a controversy, and I have the Jets on that.
I like Pittsburgh better, just because of the fact that they know like what they're gonna be like. Pittsburgh is a team that for some reason they don't like to go ahead and draft a quarterback, or they're just like, you know what, we'll take the oldest guy in the league and we'll sign him. Obviously they had Aaron Rodgers, but I think that they would go after Geno Smith. Geno Smith airs it out to DK. They get them
have
back
that
together.
connection,
Yeah, they get them back together.
Forgot
So,
about
I like the Geno to Pittsburgh.
I don't hate that either. Yeah, the little connection. Let's get it
Yeah.
back. Geno, yeah. So
The Jets need to fucking draft a damn quarterback, damn it. Or
it's Aaron Glenn, dude. He doesn't want to develop one.
like it's embarrassing. Like that team should be just.
He should have been fired.
What we should do is take out the Jets, remove them from the NFL, and let's replace them with like a premier, like the best college team.
Yeah, Alabama or something like that.
Yeah, throwing out Ohio State or Alabama or freaking Oregon over there.
The Jets are just one of the
They're an
worst
embarrassment.
organizations.
They're an embarrassment, dude. They're such an embarrassment.
And that's why they're signing someone like Geno Smith.
Aaron Rodgers, what do you got?
I mean, he's either playing this year and he's going to be in Pittsburgh, or he's not playing at all. I think with McCarthy coming back, it was their way of being like, please, Aaron, like, come back. Like, we brought back your old boy. And I think he's going to play one more season, and it's going to be in Pittsburgh.
I could see it. I could see him hanging it up, though. I can see him hanging it up.
I think he wants to see what they do here with free agents, with the draft.
And mind you, he did have a respectable season last year.
He looked all right.
Yeah, it was not
being 40 years old. I mean, like,
but that's where I'm getting at. I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? You're looking nimble out there, more and more nimble.
What did he break his hand last year? And I mean, you're right. You're getting fragile.
Yeah. So, and then the last one we have here on the list for the quarterbacks is Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, he's, I think, accepted his role right now as being a backup quarterback in the leagues, maybe a fringe starter. And I got him going to Vegas behind Fernando Mendoza. I think that's a type of team that would.
Christian Boyd goes to Sin City.
Yeah, I know. Jesus, what a marriage. But something like that. I think that's a role he's going to have. And I think it wouldn't be a bad move to have someone like that with Mendoza.
Russell Wilson over in Las Vegas does make sense. You know, like you mentioned, if they're gonna have Fernando at least like sit for a few games, learn under Russ.
Right.
I don't really know how much you're gonna learn because Russ has honestly made a fool of himself with the Giants. So I don't know if that was just coaching. I don't know what that was.
Right.
But I'm curious if, things change. Obviously, it didn't work out in Pittsburgh either. And then even in freaking Denver, I don't think I can ever hear another "Let's ride." So I don't know.
That was such a gross.
The Vegas one sounds like it makes the most sense, but he needs to. I think he just needs to either redeem himself, or it's like, dude, just be a backup.
Yeah.
At this rate, just be a backup. Like, cause
just accept it.
Yeah, I don't really know. Because another team I could see is Kyler Murray going to Las Vegas.
Oh, it could happen.
It could happen where Kyler ends up in Las Vegas, and I do think that they need to not start Fernando for the first year. Fernando needs to sit, learn. If you're throwing him in there, you don't have that team built up, right?
You should protect them at all costs.
Right.
Whatever that means.
So, what I'm saying is if that team is not built up to protect the quarterback, guess what? Get a mobile quarterback so he can run his ass off.
Mm-hmm. Kyler, right. Yep. Yeah. No, to your point, just sidebar to Mendoza, you're not wrong. You don't want to just throw him into fire where, like, I'm not saying this will be the case, but when Brock Bowers and Trey Tucker are your best receivers, I
Right.
mean, that's just setting them up for failure right there. So unless they do build up the squad, keep them on the bench.
Yep. All right, moving on to running backs that we have here. First one that we have on the list, K-Dub.
Yeah, I think I don't have a big of a pulse on where he could go just because it just seems like the landscape. I'm more so shocked that he's not going back. With Charbonnet going to have an ACL injury, I guess they're going to invest in the draft in a running back, but I just thought that the way he played in the Super Bowl, they would feel like they have to bring him back.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, the only team that comes to mind that could make a splash, they need offense really bad. They didn't have a true running back last year, is Pittsburgh, maybe. If they bring back Aaron Rodgers, if they have a bridge quarterback, they're going to want a run game. So
Another Seattle.
they love it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, looking around the league, people that can pay him, it's the only thing that come to mind. What about you?
Timeout. Because now you said. Let's see team cap space again because I'm really curious. I have a team on my mind. Yeah. I don't know why this popped up in my head, but Chicago. Chicago could be a team I think that if they want to solidify that they are trying to like contend for a championship,
Yeah.
and you were trying to help out Caleb Williams, and you go ahead and you get a premier running back, star number one out there. I think that would be
That's a good move.
beneficial for them. You have Roman Dunze over there still, obviously, as your number one receiver. I don't know who their other receivers that they have, but that doesn't matter right now. I think like with their running back room, Swift is getting up there in age. I think you get K-Dub over there, and who's the other guy that they have over?
Kyle Monungai.
Yeah, so I think you can pair K-Dub and Monungai together,
I agree.
and
It's a dynamic running back room. Because
Yeah.
Monungai's, I could see Swift being a casualty. I could see them being like, we'll move on from him, upgrade. That seems to be the trend with Swift.
unfortunately, I mean, I do like him. I think he's a good.
Oh, he's a good back.
Yeah, he's a good running back. But it's just like unfortunately, he is the one to bear the bones. And listen, when you don't have that much of a cap hit, wow, they really could just cut him. Just $8 million. He's dead cap right now is $1.3 million. That's it.
Interesting. They very well might.
Yeah, that could be. So this is a team to look out for. Chicago could be that team that could go after Kenneth Walker and give him a nice little payday.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He does. After being the MVP for sure in a Super Bowl, yeah, you deserve it.
He deserved it.
This is the next one right here that I 1,000% think as well. Travis Etienne, Kansas City.
Yeah. It's been kind of something that's been flirted around for a little while, like over the years. And I think that they haven't had a true running back in a hot minute, especially with going into it without Mahomes. They're probably going to be very run-oriented.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dual threat type of situation where he's a great pass catcher as well. I think
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense for the offense, even when Mahomes comes back here. So I think they're going to make a splash and go after Etienne.
I like the move because I was thinking to myself that if Breece Hall wasn't going to be tagged, that Kansas City would go after Breece Hall.
Yep.
There was that rumor of them going after him last year, so I was like, let that happen. I was really hoping for that for Breece Hall because I think he deserves a new setting. But Travis Etienne to Kansas City, that I think is an amazing pickup for them. They get themselves an actual respectable running back there.
Right.
I'm sorry, Isaiah Pacheco is good, but
No,
he's not on the level of like a Travis Etienne in my opinion.
he's not.
So you get Travis Etienne back there to your point as well, with them not having Patrick Mahomes in there, they're going to need somebody back there to protect that quarterback so then he's not getting so much of that pressure.
Right.
So you now have someone else that they focus on, which is that running back. He can go ahead and help you out on some plays. And so, yeah, I like it. Rico Dowdle. You don't think he would go back?
It's not that I don't think he would, but God, it's slipping the name for the life of me. Remember, they drafted a high invested running back about a year ago, or a year or two ago, and he got injured towards ACL. And they have
Trevor Etienne?
No, not
Jonathan
Brooks. Jonathan Brooks is a high invested pick. I think they're going to turn to him, and they just paid Hubbard last offseason. So I think they're going to use Rico as a rental and use that money more so for the receiving.
Okay, I actually like that. They need to get another receiver out there because Country Boy ain't doing his thing.
No, they don't have a one out there. I mean, Tet's good. Tet is good.
But Tet's not a number one. Tet's like a number two. He reminds me so much of like a.
He's a big body receiver.
Big body, but he's like.
But he doesn't
like slim. Like he
doesn't
fast.
have. Yeah.
Like he's not that one that. He's not like an AJ Brown. Like I think of him like more like a Devontae Smith type of player.
I don't think he dominate games in like week in and week out for Ted McMillan.
Yeah.
So I think it would make sense for them to go that way. And then with Seattle, I have Rico going to Seattle with them not signing Kenneth Walker. They're going to go, oh my God, he just missed that ball. They're going to go with.
Is that Crawford?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Damn. They're going to go with a lower paid running back here and just get through until Charbonnet comes back. And I think Rico can handle that.
I like the move to Seattle. It gets him in a new setting, and I unfortunately think it's going to be another 1 year rental. So depends on if Rico wants to do that again, or if he wants to
multi-year contract.
Because I don't know if he would get a multi-year contract from Seattle.
I don't think he would there. There might be a team willing to do that out there. I mean, I know that the Vikings just got rid of Aaron Jones, so maybe they pair him up with George.
So that was literally what I was thinking about. Was like Minnesota would be the team that would be the one that would sign him to a couple, like at least like a two to 3 year contract.
2-3 year option, something like that. Yep. But I'm with you. I'm feeling like teams are just going to be like, no, we just want you to a 1 year deal.
1 year deal type of thing.
So he might have to accept that, and if he does, Seattle will be a good place for him.
Yeah. J.K. Dobbins, I agree here as well. Denver, it just makes sense for him to return back.
Yep, 100%.
I mean, he knows the system, and Sean Payton loves him. I mean, it all worked out for him.
It's a good combo with Harvey and him.
Yeah, that whole thing worked out really good. Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that they were parting ways with him. It's going to be interesting what he chooses to do, what kind of role he wants to accept. But honestly, something I was thinking is a homecoming.
Back to Green Bay?
Yeah. Back up Jacobs, just be the pass catching, change of pace guy. If he goes down, you got a stud. I don't know.
Dude, if he's smart, do that.
I think
because if you're...
That's another receiver piece that they need.
Oh my gosh,
you know what I mean?
You're now... you're creating depth. Depth, in my opinion, is strength on that team, especially when you want to go ahead and mix things up on that offense. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like that move a lot. Aaron Jones, I was thinking Buffalo. Buffalo would be another landing spot I could see him going to. Backing up, of course. That's where I think he's in that role right now, backing up. Unless he wants to be a starter. If he wants to be a starter,
he's going to go to a shit team, man.
Well, I can see like Pittsburgh probably.
They probably pay him. You're right.
Getting him, or like Minnesota, or not Minnesota, Miami.
Yeah.
Miami, signing him. But I like the Green Bay. I like the Green Bay idea. Like I mentioned, if he's smart, I think that makes the most sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Rashad White. Arizona does sound like a good landing spot for him. I think that would be the most sense, especially who else do they have over there right now? Besides
It'd be James Conner.
James
I mean,
Conner,
Trey
yeah.
Benson was okay. I think that it'd be an upgrade having Rashad White there with Connor.
Yeah, you have that 1-2 punch. And he's already used to being like a 1-2 like back. Like he's not gonna be like your every down back.
He's a little more of a receiving threat, which is a little different than
Yeah.
James Conner. So I think the profile just makes sense for them to
Yeah.
get bolster up on offense there.
Arizona, I like it. And then last one we have on the list is Tyler Algier.
So he
That would be
he backed up Bijan for the last so many years, and I think that that's a fantastic role for him. He's one of those guys where, when called upon, he can produce in some games. But then is that bruiser, goal line carry back, and why not go to San Fran and help out CMC there? They just
Yeah.
lost Brian Robinson, so
yeah. That's actually a nice like because is Brian Robinson really going to return back over there?
no,
That's what I'm saying.
they would already sign him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, San Fran, I think, would be a nice little landing spot for him. Tyler Algier, I do think, also would be another one where, like, Miami, if he were to be like that 1-2 as well with, what's his name?
Achane?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad either, honestly. That's a great fit. That's exactly what they need.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. All right, let's go down to the Divas, the wide receivers.
Speaking of Miami, I got Mike Evans maybe going to Miami. I
Mike
think
Evans.
with Tyreek
Staying
Hill's
in Florida.
departure. Yep, staying in Florida. They lost Hill. I'm thinking they signed Willis. I'm thinking let's give him a big guy to throw it to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go after Mike Evans.
So I like that. Although I have him, unfortunately, never mind. Can't. I was gonna say Baltimore, but Baltimore is $10 million.
I don't know how they make
over-
it happen.
over the
I
cap,
think now
so-
with Crosby, they can't do anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the ability to do it. And some of these teams up here, I just don't see him going to. Besides, like Pittsburgh has been always a
New
team.
England?
that's- New England would be the team I think that if they. So New England already flirted with trying to get AJ Brown, and supposedly Howie denied their
Okay. Yeah, their offers.
their offers or whatever.
Yep.
I think it comes down to the point that if New England doesn't want AJ because they keep on talking about AJ all the time over there, go after Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Get Mike Evans. But another spot too. I mean, if Mike Evans just wants to go ahead and be the number one and just continue to play and then play good games, get that money,
Yeah.
get 1,000 yards every single season. Las Vegas, they got the money. Las Vegas is going to be that team that we're going to be looking at.
If
But
you're,
another team on here that I see at the top, in the top three, is the Chargers.
both teams could use them.
Chargers are the one team that right now that they have a lot of firepower on their end right now, and what they have on their end is $98 million to just like throw out there and play with already like a team that's
It's established. You're just looking to get better and better. I mean, if I were them, I wouldn't mind taking on Mike Evans and then seeing maybe you get a mid-round pick for one of the other guys like Johnson.
because they don't
or
have
something
Keenan
like that.
Allen anymore. So Mike Evans would be a team. I think that would be a good one over there.
I like
with
that.
The Chargers.
I like that a lot.
Tyreek Hill.
I think that there's not a lot of teams that are going to be wanting to go after him because of his injury, because of him being one of the true divas. A team that I think would welcome that and pay him a boatload of money is the New York Jets. I think with their quarterback situation, they're going to try to go that route. Let's not go get a quarterback. Let's just try to go to a receiver and make it work. He was linked to them years ago. He loves the big markets. So I think Jets could be a destination for him.
The Jets would be interesting. I do think that he would be one that I think that would go back to
Kansas City?
Kansas City. I've been thinking about that like a lot, and I just think like at this rate, go back to Kansas City. You know the offense. Um, and you're at least safe with Andy Reid. And then when your boy Pat comes back, then you
Go
guys
back
know
to
that you guys are running on all cylinders. So I think that would be. I think that would also be motivating for Pat to get back quicker.
yeah,
You know,
to have that weapon back. Yeah.
Listen, I know it's a different sport, but if Jason Tatum can come back as fast as he did, then
I mean,
this,
the medical teams of these
the
professional
technology
teams
nowadays
are
is like crazy.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, so
I like this one.
I think if the Seattle is smart, they would find a way to bring him back. But
Yeah, they should.
I think it's going to be it just seems like they're not going to be willing to pay some of these guys, like they let Kenneth Walker go. So I think Sam Fran could be a nice spot for him.
San Fran is a good one. I like that a lot. I think that also continues to keep them in the mix of things because for whatever reason they can get like these low level players where they're not like top receivers or whatever, and they can still make them look like they're gold in that.
He just screams like he's
still-
a Shanahan guy.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, in my opinion, like with that type of how fast he is, watch him have 1,000 yards receiving in his first year with San Fran. Because, hey, who knows? Shanahan might be doing something with it. But I like that. I like that a lot.
Yep.
Rashid Shaheed to San Fran. Wandale.
So spoiler alert, he's on my wish list, baby. I want him to Tennessee, and they've been truly linked to him.
Yeah.
That's one of their prime targets. I think they're going to be able to get it done. He makes sense. He would fit the offense great. Be a great piece for Cam Ward. Definitely would be. He's one of the best slot receivers in the league. So I think that he this is somewhere where he can really shine. In New York, he had a great year in New York, but Neighbors going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Ridley would be really nice for the Titans. So I think it will happen, and I really hope it does.
Wandale Robinson, Tennessee. I like it. To your point, too, with Ridley being a big guy out there, yeah. He's already established, and, you have Wandale that you know what he can do. I mean, he's like a Khalil Shakir.
Yeah.
A little swifty guy.
Shifty, man.
As soon as he gets that ball in his hands, he's out.
Mm-hmm.
He's fast.
He
I
proved
like
it this
that.
year.
I like that a lot. And already with Dayball being down there,
Exactly.
I think it makes sense.
Right?
It
exactly.
makes sense.
He got the best out of him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alec Pierce.
I think he's going to go back to Indy.
I don't
No?
know.
I think so. The only thing I keep going back to is they traded away A.D. Mitchell last deadline, and part of me felt like that they were choosing to keep Pierce over him. They franchise tagged Dan Jones. They have to have some sort of plan here.
I can see him going to Washington.
Oh,
Washington,
that'd be a good spot.
Washington needs to get another receiver next to Terry.
That'd be a really good spot, actually.
And
They need to give him a weapon over there.
You need to give Jaden Daniels another weapon. So
don't
Washington
think
would
that.
make the most sense. I do think that there is a chance. The Giants, I feel like, are linked to a lot of players. Like, I was thinking even like Mike Evans could go to New York, right?
I guess it could be a destination now with Harbaugh there now.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
it's more
thinking. It's like
appealing.
it's
Yeah.
more appealing. So, and then with Alec Pierce, I mean, you pair him up with, I am blanking on names today's episode.
Jackson Dart.
Well, no, not Jackson Dart. The other receiver,
Oh, Neighbors. I didn't.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors. So that's where I'm kind of like thinking of, I don't think he goes back to Indy though, because I think that relationship now is sour after them just letting him go. But yeah, I mean those are the two landing spots that I think.
I like your Washington pick. That would be a really nice spot for him.
Yeah.
He's a nice compliment to Terry.
Yeah. Romeo Dobbs.
Well, he's not going to go back to Green Bay.
Nope.
We know that. So a team that I think he'd fit really nicely with is the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Next to Drake London. He's a true two receiver. They just got rid of Darnell Mooney. Went all in with Kyle Pitts. I think they're really trying to build up that offense, and I think this would be a step in the right direction for them, having him being another reliable piece for Penix.
Romeo Dobbs, I think, could actually go down to Miami. Once again,
That's a good
with the
spot.
whole like Green Bay proteges going down there and whatnot, I think that they could end up starting their whole thing down there. Another landing spot, though, is if AJ gets dealt, there's been rumors that Romeo Dobbs would come to Philly. So
He's a good receiver, man.
he is.
I mean, he's an impactful player.
I'm not sure how I'd feel watching that Guardian cap on that head every single game.
You know what, though?
I'm like, babe, you know what
I
player he is because he got that Guardian cap.
I respect it, though, because
Nah, yeah, so do I.
he's trying to protect himself. He's had a numerous amount of concussions. There's a lot of guys that don't do that. They're just like, you know what?
It's just funny because you can literally spot that.
Yeah,
thing
you
from
know
a mile
exactly
away.
where he is on the field.
Yep. Marquise Brown, or Hollywood Brown, I should say.
Yep.
I never call him his actual name.
Hollywood Brown. So to
Pittsburgh,
me,
yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh just screams like that they're going to get him and think they made a huge splash.
Yeah.
Just a Pittsburgh move.
Honestly, these next two sound exactly the same. Debo Samuel to Baltimore.
It just seems like we're saying they can't pay these other guys. They're going to find someone that I don't want to say was a has-been, but that probably can give them something, but isn't truly what they need.
Now, I did think that Jawan Jennings, that I have him on the Baltimore list.
Okay.
I think that he would end up in Baltimore.
So the thing with Juwan is I feel like he's going to chase a bag.
I agree there. Yeah, you're right.
Because he had his best
So then,
seasons.
all right, why not go to Vegas?
That's a great move for him. That's a great place.
You got the most money in the freaking NFL right now.
Pay me.
Gosh, I can't believe I keep seeing that money though. That's insane.
That is
That's
insane.
I'm,
I mean, it'd be a move in the right direction.
Mhm.
He's not a one, but he's a nice piece.
Yeah.
So having, let's say you have Mendoza, you draft a receiver in the first round, you bring in Jennings, Tucker, Bowers, all of a sudden, you might have a little something there.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna skip offensive line and let's
The offensive line's too hard to predict.
yeah.
Defense, there might be a few names we'll touch. You just want to do the tight ends here?
Yeah, let's just talk about tight ends. David Njoku, Washington does sound like the most sense. I mean, I think that David needs a new space to, be that number one guy. That once again gives Jaden Daniels another weapon.
Absolutely.
So I do like that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna they try to up Ertz was doing well, but a little upgrade there.
Yeah.
Another target for Daniels and to your point, a new home for him that he desperately needs.
Go for it.
So Dallas Goedert. Now I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I have him going to Tennessee. One, because we have the money that we can now pay the Eagles. I think he's going to want to try to get a bag. I think I could see him kind of pulling like a Dalton Schultz over the years, someone like that that's like, okay, let me go to this young quarterback that's up and coming. Let me help be a weapon for him. So based on that, I mean, we're not going to sign, I don't think, Chig Okonkwo back, so we're going to need a tight end. I'd love to see it. Bringing in Goddard and Wandale would be a great acquisitions. Now, if he's going to take a pay cut, he's going back to the Eagles. If he's not, come with Tennessee.
I might be having a Tennessee Dallas Goedert jersey. I will tell you that much. Because that is my guy. Big Dallas Goedert fan. I think, I'm not sure what's going on. I hear one report that both parties want for him to come back. He wants to go back. It just comes down to the money. And that I don't know what they're going to do. I think they need to be smart because he had a respectable season, but I don't know if we can pay him. Tennessee does make sense. Gosh, and he would do so well with you guys too.
It'd be a nice land spot. It really
He
would.
would do so well with you guys. So I like it. Dallas got it to Tennessee if he doesn't come to Philly. Isaiah Likely to Denver.
Yeah, so they're in need of a tight end as well. I think both agree that they could use an upgrade on receiver, but they strike me as a team that will not do that and go after something else like this, which wouldn't be a bad move. I like Isaiah Likely a lot. He's proven himself. But it just screams a Denver move, and he's going to go get paid somewhere, and I don't think it's going to be in Baltimore.
Yeah, Denver does. I feel like that does make the most sense. Like when I'm looking at this list too, like they're like in the middle of the pack of like teams. Well, bottom of the pack teams that have the money, but I could see them going after him. I also can see, honestly, like the Rams, because of the fact that
They did just re-sign Higbee.
yeah, but Higbee's also how old?
You have to remember they got Ferguson and Parkinson still on their deals.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right, scrap it. Denver.
In theory, that would
Denver, though. I mean, Denver makes outside of that team. That's the only team I was like thinking about. I'm like, the Rams would be the only team I could see them like going after. Yeah, I mean, I also can see Tennessee going after him if they can't somehow get
yeah.
Goddard, because they play similar type of like tight end roles where they're more of like a receiver tight end.
Yep, offensive. Agreed.
So
I
I
agree.
could see that. I could see that happening. So.
Mm-hmm.
Chikungankwo.
Yeah, so I have someone else going to the Miami train here.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to bring back Waller. Don't have any other options. He's a nice athletic tight end that he played with Malik Willis. So if that happens, little back together action,
Little reunion.
Yep. So that's kind of where a low budget tight end that they could pick up here, and I think it'd be a nice move for him.
Yeah, for a couple of years, I think that would be a good little respectable tight end that they could have. So I like that. Cade Otton.
So I've
heard him linked.
In this, it's like, okay, you lose Goddard.
Yeah.
Who's out there you can go after?
Yeah, and I've heard Cade Otton linked to Philly.
I think he'd be a solid option. I
He
wouldn't
wouldn't
hate
be
it.
bad. He wouldn't be bad at all. I think it's definitely better because of the fact that Cade Otton knows how to also run block. So that's the biggest pieces that we've lost. Like Calcaterra sucked when it came to blocking.
Yeah.
Like so whenever Goddard was out, and Goddard was amazing last year as a receiving weapon, but like blocking wise, he also wasn't that great.
It could be upgraded there.
Yeah.
And
So I do like that.
he's proven he can hold his own out, running his routes and whatnot. I mean, he's been the sole tight end in Tampa.
We're gonna need a few tight ends to figure out what the hell we're doing with our damn offense right now. Because, listen, man, I mean,
I wouldn't hate
and
it.
I would love for them to go after Kenyon Sadiq.
I was just gonna say I wouldn't hate for the Eagles to sign a low budget guy like this and draft
guy.
Yeah.
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 Zach Ertz.
I have Cincy for him. I think I could see a lucrative team like that wants to add a little weapon here. He's going to want to go to a contender given his situation, I think, if possible. So I think it'd be a nice little land spot for him.
Now, I do like it. I've heard him also linked again to Philly because I think this next year is going to be his last year. So we were talking about like him being like a third down role, coming in there sparingly, not too much, not playing every single down, obviously. So wherever he goes, he's going to obviously be a backup. He can't be one guy.
Exactly.
So since he does make sense as well. And then the last one we have on the list here is Noah Fant.
And just because the
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, the carousel here, right? Guys moving, shifting, and he'd be a nice fit, I think, for Baker there. Low budget guy.
I think he would be well there. Jeez, we're gonna hear that one on the episode. I do think Cincinnati would be a team that he could go to as well. That was another team that I was looking at.
So that's where he's at now.
Or I'm sorry, not Cincinnati. I'm sorry, Chicago.
Chicago.
I was looking at Cincinnati, but I had my cursor on Chicago. That's what it was.
Okay.
And my wife is currently doing some house chores and making a bunch of noise upstairs. But that's where I think Noah Fant could potentially end up in. More so of just being, like I said, a backup. I don't know
he's a fringe
who
starter.
knows? Like there could be something that he could end up ending. He could end up in Kansas City if Kansas City doesn't want to go ahead and draft a tight end.
Pair
They
him with
could
Kelsey.
go ahead and pair him with Kelsey. Yeah. And
Wouldn't
then
hate that.
obviously, if Kelsey's not going to be that every down tight end, then you go ahead and have Noah Fant out there.
I don't hate that at all.
So
He's
that's
proven.
another one that I could see. There's not really many other teams that I see on this list though, outside of that for Noah.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're gonna move on to our wish lists. So, with my Eagles, I have a few players on here that I have on my wish list. So, first one obviously is going to be Jalen Phillips. I just want Jalen Phillips signed, bring him back. Obviously we lost out on Max Crosby, which I'm not mad at because of the fact that I heard that Jalen Carter was like dangled out there for that,
Oh wow.
which I don't understand. I'm like, in what world? But Jalen Phillips needs to be back, as that edge for us. I think that was like something that was really, really good. Number two, if we got to figure out the Jalen Carter situation right now. Jalen Carter, there's rumors that he's betting on himself and that he wants to go ahead and play this last year out on his contract and then go into next year in his free agency and get the bag from either Eagles or somebody else, right? If that's the case, if he wants to go ahead and play that game, I would like for them to try to go after and sign Nakobe Dean back.
Okay.
I would like Nakobe back. I think that would, solidify the linebacker depth. And then my last one. This is only if AJ is dealt.
Okay.
Brian Thomas. I would love for the Eagles to go after Brian Thomas Jr. If AJ is dealt, and that's because Brian Thomas Jr. is obviously like a same player as AJ, just younger.
Yep.
And you at least get to now put the number 1 on Devontae, Brian Thomas, number 2. Do your thing. I think that would be amazing in Philly. If not, if the AJ stuff is not if he's not dealt, I would like for them to go ahead and look at their cornerbacks and either get Benjamin St-Juste or Asante Jr.
Okay.
Those are two guys that I would like for them to look after. Asante was rumored to linked to us last year, so it's like, all right, let's just bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
But Benjamin St-Juste, he's a free agent. He just left the Chargers, so I think that would be.
I think that'd be great, especially with the Jackson now is going to be gone, so to fill that role, if you will, I think that'd be a great move.
Yeah. So that's my wish list.
I like it, pal. I like it. They make sense. I mean, got to bring back the two big dogs, the Jalen's.
Yeah, I'm more so worried about what we have internally. I don't really
Yeah,
right now. I'm not looking out externally to go ahead and I really want to solidify some of these guys that we brought in and that we know. All right, we can win a championship with because we did it. We did it already.
I agree.
So
I agree. And Jordan Davis was a nice sign back.
Jordan Davis was a beautiful. Oh my gosh. Although it's just the money that he got. I mean, yeah, he did play really, really well. They gave him the bag based off of that season he had last year. I hope he can.
So basically, the way I look at it is they let Milton Williams go a year ago.
For sure.
Yeah. And he wanted a huge bag.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis came in and did the same thing and got a lesser bag.
They gave him near.
But still, saved them some money.
You're right.
Howie made the right move.
Yeah, I agree.
So my Titans.
What you got for your Titans?
So number one, we already talked about Wan'Dale Robinson. We need receiver help. He's one of the best receivers probably on the list that we can go out and sign. Let's throw him the money. All right, we already talked about that one. Number two, I'm going to change my answer I had before because I didn't think he could potentially be a landing spot for us, but I'm hearing reports now. Tyler Linderbaum, the center that came from the Ravens. Let's throw him the fucking money, okay? If we can get him in the center,
I like that.
Our line all of a sudden goes from a shaky line to a solid, rock solid line. Bring him to Tennessee, please.
Yeah.
We need to build from the line out.
Yeah.
For Cam, please. And if not, my second option there would be Taylor Decker.
I like that.
Coming from Detroit.
Yeah.
And then my third, this is the most unrealistic one. But again, we do have money.
You got money, dude. It's not unrealistic. You guys have money.
We have money, and we need edge bad. Trey Hendrickson. Imagine this. We sign Trey Hendrickson, and then we draft that Bain dude from Miami. All of a sudden, our pass rush with Jeffrey Simmons and company is pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
So I think.
Aren't you happy you guys didn't trade Jeffrey Simmons to the Eagles last year?
Oh God, I would have been so pissed. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. I'm just gonna give him.
When I heard that I was like, wait, what?
No, he is a franchise cornerstone.
No, he is. He is.
Need to keep him.
Yeah.
And if you're able to pair him with Trey Hendrickson, that is elite.
Yep.
Now, we can't get Trey Hendrickson. If we got to go more modest, I like the linebacker Rashawn Gary from the Packers. I think that'd be a nice little sign for Titans. We need linebacker help. Go with Cedric Gray and Cody Barton and company. So we could definitely use the help there. But
I like it.
Those are my guys that I want.
I like it. I like it. All right, next thing that we want to end it on is the Sixers. So we talked about this. Sixers, really, honestly, since the trade deadline, it took a turn for the worse. Just speaking for myself, I was extremely excited to talk about the Sixers and dive into all this stuff with the season and whatnot. And it just seems as if ownership is the start of everything to, tear things apart. Following Daryl Morey, and then Nick Nurse has just no confidence and just looks like a fool out there at this rate. Because there's no excuse in the world that you can't figure out how to get Jared McCain respectable minutes with the damn team. Because what he's doing right now with OKC is insane. And a few weeks ago, we talked about Jared McCain and his stats. Now, mind you, it's only been, just several games that he's had with OKC. But when SGA came back, everybody said, "Oh, Jared McCain's going to take a step back. He's not going to be as good as a player." Blah 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 blah. SGA came back. He still had several games where he had 20 points per game, or he had two games where he had 20 points, and then 2 additional games where, he had over 10 points a game. So, he's playing respectable minutes. He's getting respectable buckets out there, and also filling in the stat sheet with rebounds and assists, and steals as well. So, I think overall that Jared McCain plays a more polished game than Quentin Grimes. I think he plays a better game than Cameron Payne. Some of these other guys that they thought that they were gonna. I don't know. Where I'm going with this whole thing is, I'm upset with how the season has gone, and I think at this rate, I just don't even want to talk about the Sixers anymore. It's kind of like, let's just write our grievances, then write them off, and then, hopefully next year something else is different. We will touch on some Sixers or basketball and sparingly here and there, especially with playoffs coming up and things like that. But there's just not much to talk about with them.
It's been a tough ride right now. I mean, they just lost last night to Atlanta, barely beat the Jazz. They lost 3 games before that. Maxey went down. I don't know what his status is right now, but he was holding his hand at the end of the game yesterday. It just feels like, I shouldn't say feels like, the season is lost. I mean, we're not going to have the continuity. Embiid's out of the lineup now. What are we praying that Paul George comes back and we suddenly figure it out? So no fault of his own, but you're right about Grimes. Just not quite as dynamic as a player as McCain. I still really like him. He's a good piece, but it's no fault of his own. Kelly Oubre, Barlow, they're just being asked to do too much right now, and it's ridiculous. I mean, it's as simply as that. And yeah, we couldn't find minutes for Jared McCain. I'm watching the game last night. I'm watching these other games. What do the Sixers need, especially with Embiid out of the lineup?
Yeah.
Scoring.
Yep.
And a scoring first guard we traded away. And to your point, Cameron Payne's now playing minutes. He was playing in Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against him. Again, not his fault. He's coming in doing his best. but it's just the disparity of the talent that you were willing to let go for what we have now. It doesn't make sense. Morey really shit the bed on this one. Nick Nurse shit the bed on this one. Trust is lost.
Trust is 100% lost. I mean, $4 million to Jerry McCain. I don't think that was much. And for like, this is a joke. This is a fucking joke. I'm sorry, but like, the Sixers are a joke at this rate. I'm over it. And basketball's my favorite sport. Like, I love
that rate, this trade like fucking Andre Drummond for a ham sandwich or something like that.
Rate, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
let's go back to the process days because I'm just over it. Like, so, you know, it is what it is, but that's what we're at now. We will continue to talk free agency, especially since free agency is going to be starting in a couple days, and then we will have another episode in, next weekend talking about all these, signings. Everything, all the other rumors that are coming up. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So, without further ado, cheers, buddy.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Oh. And let's go Puerto Rico!